Mr Speaker, this Tita Ihu Claim Settlement Bill will be the most important piece of legislation for my community of Nelson in the term of this Parliament. I want to recognise Ngāti Apa, Ngāti Kuia, Rangatani, Ngāti Koata, Ngāti Rārua, Ngāti Tāna, Te Atiawa and Ngāti Tawa, representatives in the gallery, and many of their elders who started this claims process but have since passed on. I also want to recognise Chris Finlinson for the outstanding pace that he has put into the treaty settlement process that for us South Islanders gives the very real prospect that in the term of this Parliament all treaty claims in the South Island would be settled with this bill, and the lifting of that cloud of claims over the South Island with the very substantive Ngāi Tahu settlement as well as these is a huge step forward. Mr Speaker, when I attended Waitangi Day at the Whakatū Marae this year, the first thing that was notable for me, for one that has been there over many years, was the record numbers of people that were there, and rather than an atmosphere of almost shame, an atmosphere of pride. And the story of treaty settlements associated with not just this settlement, but those that are being achieved New Zealand-wide, is showing a maturing of our nation, an acknowledgement of things in our history that were not right, and in terms of settlements of the sort that really offer huge hope for communities like mine in Nelson. The previous speaker noted that there are a few grumbles around the edges, and there are elements of my community. I too get the letters of the grumpies who are opposed to this process. What I'd assure my colleague opposite is that they are an increasingly small minority, and actually the broader mood of the Nelson Pākehā community is really looking forward to this work being completed, to these settlements being resolved, and for our top of the south community being able to celebrate the success and the partnership with Māori, their success in the economic world, their greater involvement in many of the public lands that are in our area, and also in terms of the economic significance of the scale of the settlement and the way in which actually, let's be honest, this money is more likely to stay in our community with the very long history of each of these iwi and the way in which they will move forward. Mr Speaker, can I acknowledge the work of the Select Committee? I mainly actually want to acknowledge the huge patience, the determination, the hard work that have gone in by iwi to get us to this point. I look forward to the point where this bill goes through its third reading and that Nelson and the entire South Island can move forward from the period of grievance over these treaty breaches and look forward to a far more prosperous and optimistic future for Top of the South. Thank you very much.
Speaker,
Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
it gives me great pleasure to be able to contribute to the second reading of the